Hi guys, it's Melissa. Welcome back to Grace Christian Homeschool. I just wanted to give you a glance at our whiteboard for the week. Some of the Roman numerals and Latin and Spanish that we went through. Some of the countries we labeled on the map. Our Classical Conversations Week 2 memory work. And today I wanted to share with you what I do when I weekly plan. I've gone over the yearly plan with you and how I take each book and divide the lessons up and put down how many lessons there are, how many I want to do a week, and when I want to begin them. Okay, and as you'll notice here, we started back school this year on August the 19th, and I have checked off all the subjects that we have added back in so far, and we are actually going to start week 3 on Monday, and we are about back to a normal full schedule. So I just wanted to share with you what I do weekly planning, and most of the time it takes me about 30 to 40 minutes to do our weekly plans if I have everything done that I need to get done in the yearly planning. The first thing I do is I check my phone, which I have in my hand, and my calendar, and see what our schedule is going to be like for the upcoming week. We really don't have any activities that are during the day, like a field trip or anything like that coming up, so we can have a pretty normal school week. Next week, we have our normal dance classes and stuff at night, but we can have a normal school week. Then I will take my 2 manuals, because we are using My Father's World, and so I'll take those and I'll turn to the week that we're on. So for Stephen and Sarah, they are on week 2, and Jonathan, high school program, is on week 3, because I started him a week early to get him back in the groove. And I'll just read over the notes, look at the supplies that I might need, and glance over what he's going to be doing for the upcoming week. And I do the same thing for Stephen and Sarah. As you can see, it tells us what photocopies I might need to make, and I already have those done as well. So those are the first steps I take. Then I take the copies that I made of the grids out of these plan books during my yearly planning session, and I get out the week that we're on. So Stephen and Sarah on week 2, Jonathan's on week 3. And on my checklist, and I make them a copy of a checklist as well, I put in all the subjects that are not filled in for them. English, spelling, math, reading, any subject that classical that we go over that is not filled in the grid, I fill it in on my sheet, my master sheet, and I fill it in on their copies that they are going to receive on Monday. And for the new subjects that we haven't started yet, like for instance English, this is going to be the first week that we do that. I do pull out the book, and you can see my stack of books there. Pull out the books and go through and decide where we need to do, and make sure that what I wrote down on our yearly plan is still going to work for us. And I think it will. We're going to do English twice a week, and so I wrote that down. And then math, we've already started, so I just continued where we left off. Reading, I put their page numbers down that they need to read, and we're adding back in writing this week as well. So I went through and I figured that out. Okay, and so we have those. And then I wanted to show you, on our bookshelf, we have this folder system. And inside the folders, I'm not focusing really well. Let's see. Be still. Anyway, they're labeled Monday through Friday. And My Father's World has student sheets that they include in their curriculum. So we are on week 2, and I would go through here, and the student sheets will have week 2 Monday on them, or week 2 Tuesday on them, and so I will go ahead and put those already in here in the folders. And as you can see, I have their grids ready to go for them on Monday, and those are some copies that I had made originally. And believe it or not, week 2 does not have any student sheets, so that was, I was thinking when I was trying to show you, that was interesting. But this is like one of those little accordion file folders, and I have already put the student sheets that we will use by week and labeled them in here. So I can pull out the weeks that we need and just take them to the file system and then divide them by day for the current week that we're on. So that's how I keep a year's worth of student sheets. Okay. So that's how I weekly plan. It usually, again, takes me about 35 to 40 minutes. I will go through our board again, and I'll put up next week's information for classical week 3's information. And that's pretty much it. It's a pretty simple process for weekly planning. It looks complicated, and I make a mess doing it. But if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks, and have a great day.